we're always going to give you something for your head, something for your heart, and something for your hands to do.
That was the wave.
You were doing the wave.
The wave.
With your hands.
Yes. That was something for my hands to do.
Oh,
They have to do something different every time you say
Every
that.
time. Okay.
Yeah. At least during one broadcasting episode, I have to do something for my
Hands to do.
And this time they chose to do the wave.
Next time, punch yourself in the eye. That'll be exciting to see.
I should practice on you first.
No.
I want to get it right
yourself.
for the camera.
No, see,
No,
that would be
you
assault.
first. No.
And then the cops will come up here, and then you'll be arrested, and then you'll be strip searched, and then you have to get into the paddy wagon. And like, do it again.
And look at the Magic Mike cops come up here, scraps with biceps and everything.
We see you like a man in uniform.
I'm just saying, there's structure in that relationship. So
Okay.
Structure.
We have Terry here.
Yes.
On the microphone with us.
I'm so excited.
In studio.
Yes.
And she's smiling. And she's happy.
Yes.
And she's excited.
Yay.
Because she's Terrylicious and has all of the right information.
About body talk.
That's right. If you want to know something about your body, how to use it,
How to roll it.
how to flip it,
How to smack it.
and turn it, Terry is your girl.
Terrylicious. And the crowd goes wild. Make it rain, Terry. Make it rain.
Oh, man, I can't top that one.
We're so glad to have you here, Terry. How are you
Yes.
doing today?
Fine. I'm glad to be here.
Good.
Wonderful.
Better to be seen than viewed. That's what the old people used to say.
Yes. Young people say that too.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
No, they don't say it. They text it.
Oh, that is true. You do have a point. Okay. I stand corrected.
Yes.
What do you do, Terry?
What do I do is that I'm a registered nurse and I am a health and wellness coach.
Okay. Excellent.
To help.
Why?
Why? Because I'm seeing what people do to their body and suffer the consequences for not taking care of themselves. And I am a guilty party of that. 4 years ago, I changed my ways.
Good. Very good. Before that, was it the nursing industry that got you to an unhealthy state? Because I have seen what some doctors eat.
Well, I hear that doctors die real early.
Like
in their 50s, they pass away.
Yeah, the worst. They already have irregular sleeping patterns. They have high stress jobs.
On call.
As well, and then their diet does not permit them the time, I guess. Because I feel like if you have time to get some out of vending machine, then that's about the same amount of time to grab a granola bar or, a better option than a Snicker bar.
But
to do
that's proper
else.
preparation, though. That's where like meal prepping comes in and planning your eating day.
Right.
So just like we plan our work day and we have our little things to do list and stuff,
right.
I think that also needs to happen when it comes to what we eat. What am I going to eat tomorrow? What's going to be for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? What are going to be my snacks and stuff so that you can make healthy choices?
Right, but I've been in the hospitals and I've been in the cafeteria and I've been there with the doctors at the same time, and the choices that they're making, there's a whole salad bar, but they're over there grabbing a hamburger or a hot dog or something.
Because it's easier.
But there are still things that they could get a wrap. If you got to eat a hamburger, you can eat a wrap the same way. Like, I have watched them because I've been in the hospital enough myself, but not for unhealthy reasons. I'm just a daredevil and a risk taker, and all of my shenanigans don't turn out right. So it just ended up being. But I mean, when I see them, there's apples there, but they'll grab a candy bar. What's the difference? You have to take the same effort.
No, you don't.
You know what?
Yeah, well,
Grabbing a candy bar, it is less stress, less strain, less wear and tear, less muscle effort to grab that Snickers than to grab the apple.
Well,
Scientific studies have been done to prove this fact.
Thank you, Nurse Terry.
Okay. When you do that, guess what happens about 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
You're hungry again.
You're hungry, but you also crash.
Right.
And you crash and burn. But you also done damage to your body with when you're eating that way. And you are right. The hospital environment kind of creates that. Nurses, we work 12-hour shifts. And literally to get a lunch break is like running down the hall and snuffing, scarfing something down very
Sniffing, but you say?
Scarfing something down very quickly. You have barely time to go to the bathroom, and because of the demands of the job. And when you put your self-care on the back burner, your body's it's going to take a toll on your body.
Right.
We take better care of our cars than we do our bodies. You fuel your car with the right kind of fuel. If you don't, what happens?
It breaks down.
Breaks down. Well, the same thing happens to your body. If you don't feed the engine in your body, which is your metabolism, to make it work for you, then it's going to break down and it's going to lay you out flat, cold, maybe 6 feet under if you don't pay attention.
Right.
And when that happens, it's almost too late.
Right. Absolutely.
To wake up. And that's what I did to my body. I did not pay attention. No, even being a nurse, but I put my self-care on the back burner. And I'm not going to say I'm going to be guilty for what I did. I raised a family. I had a career that was more than just a 9-to-5 job or anything like that. And so, the kids' activities after school kind of fed into no time for meal planning and things like this. And that is part of the stress related to anybody who's working and stuff like this. It's easier just to go buy that McDonald's and get that hamburger or whatever. We tried not to do that with our kids as they were growing up, tried to at least eat healthy. But when we did eat out, it was still food that was probably heavily salted, heavily processed.
Processed food, right.
And the unhealthy fats, the way that they cook them, even though they're, quotes, the salad bar and eating healthy, there are things that you don't pay attention to that begins to your body it takes a toll on your body.
Absolutely.
So I'm here to save lives.
Good. And saving lives requires education.
Correct.
Because you just made a statement that I'm sure somebody perked up on the edge of their seat and was like, well, forget it then. I'm just going back to Papa John's. Because you said even at the salad bar. So quite often, when you talk about body talks, there are certain foods that have an adverse effect, certain healthy foods that have an adverse effect on people, and they don't realize it. For example, coconut for me gives me the worst gas in the history of mankind.
Right.
Like I could clear an entire skyscraper with just one. That's it. Like,
Okay.
It's just something my body just cannot. No,
It's good information.
It is good information. So if you decide to bring a coconut cake or make a pina colada, you better keep me away from it because I'll shut the party down. Cabbage, it's good for you, but it does the same thing.
It does
to some
do that.
people as well.
Now that I have experienced.
You and
Not
cabbage?
clearing a room or skyscrapers or
'Cause it
anything
was
like
just
that.
you.
Because
You ain't had
it's
nowhere else to go.
Rosy, and it's scenting, but
And
it does
not.
cause things to come out versus in. So
Okay.
yeah, let's leave it at that. Yes, cabbage.
So body talks. What are some of the symptoms, or what do you recommend that our listeners and our viewers do when they're eating healthy? They think they're eating healthy. What are some side effects they should look for to determine if that's a proper dietary need for them or not, even in a healthy state?
First of all, you want to be able to eat clean, okay? Because again, you're not going to get as many side effects if you do when you're eating something that's more processed.
So what type of soap do you use when you're eating
It's
clean?
right.
Not clean hands. I mean, yeah, wash your hands clean, but
Right.
I'm
Because
eating in
people
the
may not
shower.
understand what eating clean is.
And you're
So-
exactly right. And eating clean would be is that, okay, let's say you want to get ground beef. Well, you want to make sure you get the leanest ground beef, 97%.
Leanest is cleanest.
Leanest is cleanest. Even better is the kind of food, the meats, proteins, or whatever you want to call it, that is farm raised, grass fed, no antibiotics, no hormones, because all those become toxins to
Right,
your
to the
body.
body.
And your body reacts to that. And that's what we're talking about. What story is your body telling you? Are you listening? What effects do you have after you eat? Do you get totally really sleepy? Do you get the, there's certain different things, moody, you just
Bloated.
never know. Yes, bloated. There's certain foods that create that kind of a reaction in your body.
Right.
So, and it may be that you're just not eating the right thing. The other point is making sure that you eat, stay away from the processed foods. That's the heavy sugar foods that are anything that's just like a box of cake, cake mix, whatever, versus making your own homemade version where you control what the ingredients are. Have you ever looked at the labels on any of these things, the ingredients?
Yes.
When you start seeing the ingredients, if you remember the top three, if you got sugar, dextrose, you name it, whatever, sugar is named many names.
That's right, to try to fool you.
Right. And high fructose, stuff like this, high corn syrup, any of those items that you want to steer clear of that.
If it has poly at the beginning of it too.
Right. And your fats.
Stay away from the polys.
Your fats, you want to have good healthy fats. One type is avocados or your nuts. But again, we have to be careful of the extremes that we take. We tend to, our eyes are bigger than what we're supposed to be eating when we see food.
Yes.
Our portions need to be appropriate. Now, granted, it also when you're looking at the foods that you consume, it's you get a 10-inch plate, not a 15-inch plate or whatever.
That's the Thanksgiving.
You get a smaller plate.
A smaller plate.
A smaller plate.
Not a little teeny plate, but
Not a saucer.
Right.
But like that
Just
one that sits on
I think it's
plate.
I think it's the 8-inch or the 9-inch versus the 12-inch.
Right. And so, and then half of that plate is your veggies.
Right.
You know, the quarter of it is your meats or your proteins, whatever you choose to have proteins. And basically the average protein is like 4 ounces.
Okay.
3 to 4 ounces of protein. I know when you go to a restaurant, you get a steak, you can't find a steak.
No.
For less than 14 ounces.
Right.
Right.
And it's hard to find one that's 6 ounces without cutting it in half or something like this. But take the other half home. But anyways, so the 4 ounces, and then the other fourth of the plate is your starch, your rice or your sweet potato or something like that. Again, you want to have something that's nutrient dense, that's going to, your body's going to utilize what it needs, get the minerals and the vitamins out of it that your body needs, versus just throwing on something that's not going to do your body well. It's not going to serve you.
When I work with my health and wellness clients and we're trying to taper the eating and do portion control, I tell them that protein is palm size. So whatever, because all of our stomachs are different sizes based on, our height and weight and all that. So palm size for the protein, a fist, a small tight fist for their carb, and then as much as a cupful, as much as your heaping cupful or handful for your vegetables. And I always encourage them to eat their vegetables first and then work your way into the protein. And if you're still hungry, then you can have your carb. But literally I've adopted I went to a restaurant and ordered an appetizer. Everything was healthy, everything was fresh. Ordered the appetizer, and I couldn't even eat, I didn't even order a meal after that. Because literally the appetizer was enough. The restaurants today, especially in the U.S., are all about portions. Literally filling you up and giving you the largest portion that you could have. And it makes me wonder, is bigger better? It's bigger is better if it's me and 3.
If it's a vegetable.
Right. Bigger is better if it's a vegetable. Bigger is better if it's me and 3. Bigger is not better if it's just me.
Right.
And to have that, I feel like if you don't have portion control, if you see food, there are some people I know that when they see food, they're not even hungry. They just want to eat.
Right.
But when it comes out, bring me my food and a to go.
Right.
Right there.
One of the challenges that we have is obviously price disparity as relates to the low cost in processed food and the high cost in fresh, natural food. So when we come back from break, we're going to talk about how we might be able to bridge that gap between the high cost of food, the low cost of food, and how, if you are on a budget, how you can utilize your own body to provide nutrients. And we'll be able to take...
Eating fingernails?
No, like your rump roast. Take a portion of your butt.
Family,
and
you're tuned into the Profit and Growth Hour.
With virgin oil.
Listening to you.
And what? No, it'll save you money.
You got your own butt and saute it.
And what makes you think I haven't done this? And you saute it real nice with virgin oil and stuff, and you get to... Butt. Why are you looking at my butt?
I don't.
Stay away from my butt. That's all I'm saying.
It commands a room.
It's a no butt zone. Just stay away.
You
just
walk
people
in
be.
backwards.
I'm put a blindfold on you to
I
see
try
the
not to look.
dent in my butt that I cut off and sauteed. But we're going to talk about that
You
when
don't
we
even cook.
come back. You don't know what I do, woman.
You're tuned in
How
to
you
the
gonna
Profit and Growth
tell
Hour
me?
here on WDRB Media,
Get you
the
some
voice
Mac,
of the community. We'll be right back.
The horror.
Terry's like, oh my God.